Hello everyone, welcome to the new lecture, and in this part we are going to learn about how we can add the avatar. So basically you can use any avatar system, like you have the Ready Player Me, or you can use your own custom avatars. So there is no any impact. Just if you are using the Ready Player Me, so make sure that you are using the base avatar so that you can just change the avatar at a runtime in the multiplayer. And the basic concept I have shared on my YouTube channel as well is on my previous course, and in this course I'm not going to use the Ready Player Me because every time I use the Ready Player Me. So at this time I'm just going to use the Mixamo avatar. So you can use any avatars from here, whatever you love, whatever you like, and I'm just going to use this avatar. Okay, so what you have to do, make sure that you have login and you are in the character, and just choose your requirement, like what the things you want to use, and then you have to go on the download, and you can also download in the TPO. So just download, so it will be downloaded. So I have the download here. You have to go on the asset and create new folder. We will give the name that is the Mixamo. So there are lots of useful animation Mixamo provide. That's why I love, and freely you will get the characters. And one more thing I want to point out, like this avatar cannot be used for the mobile or WebGL because this will be a really very high poly avatars. So this thing you cannot use because you can see everything is so many details. So you will get lots of polygon, so that will be not feasible for mobile or VR or WebGL. So this can use for the PC, and I have to just show to you that how setup can be performed. So you can use any avatar system, there is no any issue with it, but you have to always care about that which targeting which device you are targeting. On the basis of that you have to choose. Okay, great. So now we have the Mixamo, and in the downloads here I have downloaded. I have to go Mixamo and just paste here. So now I will get my avatar here, and what we have to do, so we have to extract the texture, do the fix now, and we will do the extract the materials. Okay, and here we have the avatar. So whenever I am bringing her, so you will see that proper avatar is coming here. Okay, great. So we are going to use her is a player. So how we have to use, I will let you know. And one more thing you have to do, like we will perform the animation. So go on the rig, and this was getting asked many times every places. So basically animation type is generic, like if you are using something that is not human, at that time you can use the generic, but currently it is the humanoid, so you have to use the humanoid and then apply. Otherwise, in the case you are not using the humanoid, let me show you so that you experience what is going on. Okay, so I have to take the plane and make sure that it is on the 0 0, and let's bring our avatar. So currently there is no any controller, so we will give the controller. Okay, and then we will use the animation. So for that we have to bring you can say a folder, so that we can say that which thing we are using. Okay, so what I'm going to do, like we need the animation. So there is two way you can bring all the animation from the Mixamo by just going here. I'm just explaining so that you, if in case you want, let's suppose we want reaction or anything, like let's suppose we want something. So any animation you want, so what you can do, you have to just go here without skin, because we have the skin, and download, and then you will get in your project. Here you have to bring the project, and what I am doing, because I have already done and downloaded, so I am not going to download again. So what I will do, I will bring the animation folder from my demo project, like where I had created. So what I have to do, I have to go here, and here is my animation. So just copy, and here we will go show in Explorer, asset, and do the animation. So what will be the benefit of it, I will explain in a bit. Okay, so here in the animation we are getting so many stuff, like we are getting the player, that is the animated controller, and these are the, you can say, animations. Okay, so let me explain about the animator. What is the animator? So here you can see on the player we have added the animator. So you can see animator is just something that play the animations, but you need the controller. So what we need the animation controller. How we can create the animation controller if there is no any animator? So here you can use the animator to aid, and just for the example I'm showing to you that in case you need any animator, so what you have to do, create animator controller. So here you can give any name like controller. Okay, that is also fine. And whenever you are going to click here, so you are getting lots of stated, so you can add the stage. Okay, great. So let's suppose this animation I want to add here, and here we have got so many animation, and currently it is humanoid. So do the generic, because I want to show you that how it works with generic, and bring that animation here. Okay, so currently it is in this color, so it is by default this, and we want to see how she is looking. So just play. So actually nothing is getting performed here. And let's suppose what we are doing, we are going on the Mixamo, and here is the generic, do the humanoid, and currently it is going in the ground. Why it is going in the ground? Because the idle animation we have just done generic. So let's add the humanoid. And it is running because in the idle there is nothing, so that's why it is not doing something. So let's do like run, and here we have to add the set as a default layer. So now you can see she is running. Okay, we have added the running, and currently it is a humanoid. In case I am doing the generic, so that is also okay, but here we have to do the humanoid. Let's suppose we are doing generic. Run. So basically in the generic it is not working. So what happens mostly, like if you are using the generic, so it will go in the down, or otherwise it will not work. So make sure that you are always using the humanoid for the humanoid. Okay, and make sure that everything you have performed the humanoid it is also humanoid. Humanoid. Okay, so this is our player, and we will set up everything here and see you in next part. Before that, before setting up player, what I want to explain, I will explain some basic concepts so that we can proceed further, so that you don't think that we are just doing in a very fast way. Okay, so make sure that you have added your characters, you have the animations, and we will use this animation. And this thing, this folder you will get might be in the resources of this lecture, or might be in the last. I will provide the project, or I will provide at least the which folder or script I'm editing from my previous project. Okay, so that's it, and see you in next part.